Alright, I think we're back. Apologies for the delay, folks. I kind of waited till the last second to get my computer started. Much better now? Okay, good. Yeah, I waited till like 15 minutes before stream to basically turn everything on. So that was definitely a choice. But now we're back. I'm gonna get your beef started here. Stacks. Those are on the way now. But yeah, so we are now live again. I hope audio sounds good. I'm gonna try to run as few background applications as possible today. I was gonna have the Wii Shop channel music kind of quiet in the background, but I think I'm just gonna like try to minimize things going on in the background for today's stream. But yeah, welcome in, folks. Let me go ahead and get just this ad out of the way at the beginning. Get it out of the way. Don't even have to think about it later. So that's gonna be running right now. But chat, welcome back. We had a Legends ZA stream yesterday, and now is our REGI stream, the Great REGI Hunt. Let me also get your hydrate from earlier, Stacks. I'll get that on the board. I need to set up one more thing. Oh, that one's out of battery. Whoops. Okay, so I once again forgot to turn that off. But that's okay. I'll just charge this in the meantime. Oh yeah, the port's right here. That's okay though, we can just use the basic Wavebird controller now. Carb Kaiser, welcome in. What happened to stream? I tried starting stream too close to when I started my computer. So, there was a very, very heavy delay. But now we're good to go. And if there's ever any delay on the music at all, just let me know. I'll go ahead and just restart that. But we should be good. But yeah, we're going to use the Wavebird to start here. Oh, and then because we are doing, what do you call it? Where is it? We need to use, I don't think I use Death Counter for this. I use, PK Counter. But yeah, gotta get my, Shiny Counter up. Yeah, that was just the perfect storm of wrong things to do when starting a stream, so we should be good now. PK Counter's being a little slow getting started. Oh, wow, that's... Stacks, thanks for the shiny luck. Yikes. Gonna switch to my computer back in a sec. Sounds good. PK Counter's being incredibly slow for me. I've never seen the app this slow before. Alright, we're just gonna put that there. And then test. Okay. I think that was good. Do a backspace. I'll test one more. I think we're good to go then. So yes, we left off. We did 500 REGI last Wednesday. It is now a new Wednesday, and we will begin here. So starting right at the 5-minute mark. There's our first Regirock. And then it's every time we run away. We add the counter, and we exit and re-enter the chamber. You know, with the D-pad on the GameCube controller, this actually isn't half bad. I was worried that the joystick would be slow, but it's actually way faster. Maybe I don't need to use the GameCube controller, or the Game Boy, in this sense. Feels a little different. Like, obviously the buttons are a lot more spread out than what I'm used to, because I'm using the controller instead of the Game Boy connected to the adapter. So that's the only difference. But I'll be used to it pretty quickly. Yeah, folks, we wrapped up, I guess, the first credit scene of the Mega Dimension DLC last night. So we're at the point in the story where we can actually, what's the word? We can actually like hunt legendaries in it now. And maybe I'll find more joy in the DLC once we get to actually shiny hunt some of them too. We won't get to shiny hunt all of them. Don't get me wrong, but it'll be nice to do something a little more elevated for stream. We got a Knackle stack. Yeah, folks, welcome in. Stacks, your beeps are on the way, by the way. I got those going right after our second start. So those will be on the way. Rusty Hammerhead, welcome in. Hello, good sir. I hope you don't mind me hunting alongside. I currently am doing a Fire Red Route 14 Oddish and Ditto hunt for my Dream Team quest. Nice. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you were able to find something to hunt alongside for your ventures. Yeah, I'm WP Beartick. I hunt a lot in Gen 3, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, etc. And this hunt is no exception. We are hunting all of the Regis across Pokemon Emerald before I restart over this file to do some Ribbon Master work in the near future. So, is the Oddish or the Ditto part of your Dream Team? Or are both, I guess? This Regi is your favorite? I went into this hunt not really having a favorite Regi, and I probably will have a favorite Regi by the end of this. We got Regice super quickly. Like, on the same stream we started hunting for it, we got it. 436 encounters. Still surreal that we're even done with this and on to Regirock. We did not get Regirock in one stream. This is our second stream hunting for Regirock. And I expect there will be many other Regirock streams after this because my luck has been so good lately on Gen 3 hunts. I expect we'll be here for like 20k. But yeah, aside from the Regirock hunt, we've got Roamer Week that's going to be coming up next month. I want to say it's like the second or third week of February, where it's going to be a week dedicated to hunting for roaming legendary Pokemon as shinies. So that's going to be coming up soon. I'll have more details on that as I await more information on how the week's going to operate. But we'll be hunting for roaming Suicune. We dedicate one stream a month to hunting for roaming Suicune in Fire Red and Leaf Green. So I'm hoping that I can put a dent in the hunt even further, and hopefully maybe even find a shiny. We'll see. But yeah, lots of fun Gen 3 hunts that we do on the channel. In September, we finished the full unknown alphabet challenge across generations 3 and 4. Oh, and we've got early beeps, chat. I repeat, early beeps. Stacks, that was 599 seconds on those beeps. $599 seconds. But yes, we last September we finished our 4-year-long hunt, hunting all 28 forms of unknown at full odds across generations 3 and 4. Let me get you another set of beeps here. Let's pull up random number generator again. Oh, every time I open something new, the computer has a aneurysm. Alright. Let's do that one. Work. Alright, Stacks, your second set of beeps are on the way. GG's. Yes, we have a thing on the channel where you can redeem beeps that'll randomly go off during the stream. So if you'd like to take part, you're more than welcome to. We're able to have 2 sets of beeps going at the same time. The number of seconds ranges from anywhere between 1 second and 8,192 seconds, which is, as you know, full odds. Deoxys Dennis, welcome in. We're just getting started here. We had a slow start here with some technical issues on my end, but we're up and moving now. We're now 17 runaways in to today's stream. Oh yeah, we don't have a guest feature, Rusty, unfortunately. That'd be a good one to add, though. I'm not very savvy with Twitch commands, so that's something I have to work on. I also only have so much time to dedicate to stream per week, but if I were able to, I would love to put more time into, like, making this fully fledged. But to keep it running, at least 2 streams a week is good enough for me. Back during the Unknown Hunt, I felt like I was streaming like 5 or 6 days a week, because I wanted to get it done before the end of 2025, which thankfully I did. But alongside that, I felt like there were so many like projects and emotes that I was working on alongside that, so it was very like ingrained and focused on the stream then. And now it's I'm happy to be consistent with like 2 streams a week. So was that like guess for the amount of encounters it will take? I guess that's what it would mean. I feel like I've seen that on channels before. I just haven't seen it on any recently. Stax is looking for some way to gamble on my channel. Finally gonna crack into it. Our caffeine for the stream. Oh, I forgot. I put my camera in a new spot now. It's a peach vibe for stream today. I'm not sponsored by Celsius, but if I was, it'd be really cool. If I were sponsored by any sort of energy drink, I would not be trying desperately to get off of them. Still not sponsored, yeah. Oh, that was a little glitch there. Uh-oh, hang on. Oh, we might be glitching out a little bit. I might need to close some tabs. This is annoying. YouTube says I'm excellent. I don't know about that. Hey, YouTube seems to be looking good. Yeah, I think that might have just been like a glitch in the Wi-Fi or something. I don't know. I think we're good now. The fact that YouTube says it's good is kind of bewildering to me, but alright, we'll keep going. I feel like the early Apollo missions where those ships are being held together by like the smallest of components, and if like one thing goes wrong, the whole thing falls apart. The stream's just an outdated rocket ship. Confirmed. Yeah, I think there was just like a lapse in a little bit of lag there. But like I saw it happen and I'm like, oh, what's happening? Should be good now. But yeah, if there's any sort of lag in the audio, just let me know too. I'm happy to edit that on my end. The stream's tired of me asking for Celsius sponsors, so it tried to slow me down there. For sure. That there, away from the cord. Okay. Oh, that is not the music we're listening to. In fact, we're not listening to any music on stream today. Yeah, I hate to take away from the Wii Shop Wednesday, but again, trying to not have as many applications going today. I gotta figure out if it's like a storage issue or if it's just like a issue with the computer itself. Because I've been noticing that lately whenever I do start my computer and it has issues right off the bat, I usually am able to fix it with a restart. And then we're like back to normal. But it's like a 50-50 on whether or not it actually like starts well. But again, I know if I rush the computer trying to get started, it will not cooperate. Yeah, the angle we're using for stream today, this is about the angle we used for the Unknown Home. When I had it on the dock and I was doing it right here. For dinner, I had a pizza. Oven pizza, frozen pizza today. I kind of knew I was going to have that yesterday. Yesterday I was like, alright, we're having a pizza tomorrow. We're not turning on any ovens. We're not well, we did turn it on an oven. But we didn't do any meal prep or anything. I've got like other food ready to go, but I was like, no. It's right before a stream. Today's pizza day. Crazy to think that today's Wednesday. Today feels like a Tuesday, honestly. And then yesterday felt like a Monday. Wild Vigor off. This is good for the PCG because slacking doesn't have an ability in the PCG, which means it's actually good. If I catch this Vigor off, I'm going to get back into the PCG. You heard it here first, chat. Misclick. Nice, we both caught it. Sweet. It's official. I'm getting back into the PCG. I hope its stats are good. But yeah, I'm thinking every stream is gonna be a... Every time we stream the Reggie Hunt, each stream is gonna be 500 runaways. Oh, I missed the button on that one. But yeah, 500 runaways per stream. I think there might be an opportunity to like do 600, or I mean, I would like to do a stream where we did like 1,000 and then make it like an 8-hour stream or something. But I don't think we're at that stage of the Reggie Hunt just yet. But yeah, 500 per stream, roughly. I think if I ever need to like, if I'm not having a good day, if I need to like end stream early, I could do like 400 and then we'll do like 600 the next day. But one Reggie stream a week, 500 Reggie, 500 runaways per stream. Shakes out to about like 4-ish hours. 4 and change. Just like that, we are 1/10 of the way through stream. I also do not have a Master Ball in my inventory. I'm not carrying a Master Ball. I'm carrying 99 Luxury Balls, because that's the ball I want to catch it in. And then I've got like 6 Timer Balls, because by the time I've chucked all of my Luxury Balls, or it's about to faint, I'll just start chucking the Timer Balls, and it'll be fine. If it faints, it faints. We restart over if I fail it. It's either in a Luxury Ball or it's matching Regice in the Timer Ball. I think one day I would come back and try to make like RNG manipulated Regi, and then make sure I get in the Luxury Ball at that point. Because if I were to get Regirock and Registeel both in Luxury Balls, then I would probably want to get Regice in a Luxury Ball as well. And then, of course, once we get it, if we have the ability to RNG manipulate, we might as well do good stats. So. Yeah, I'm expecting Regirock to take a while. For sure over 10,000 runaways. And my prediction is that it'll be somewhere around 20k. And if we did this for 20,000 encounters, that would be 19 more streams, right? Yeah. So this is stream 2 of 20 to hit that number, right? No, that would be... Wait, oh no, that's we're 38 streams away from we're 38 streams away from 20k. Right? Am I doing the math right there? Because if we're doing 500 per stream. Two streams is 1,000, so therefore 20 streams is 10,000. Yeah. 40 streams to hit 20k. And then if we're doing 4 streams a month, that would mean it's going to take 10 months. So we're going to be doing Regirock until... Oh yeah, 500 per stream, like, that's all we can manage, really. I would be going beyond my means to go any further. I can't conceptualize months. So it'd be... next November is when we're going to get Regirock. November 2026 is when I'm estimating Regirock will appear. And then if it were quicker than that, it'd be 5 months, which would then be June. So if we were on pace with about 10k, it would be about May or June for full odds. Again, I'm trying to set regular expectations here because Regice was an anomaly. Nobody should be getting Regice that quickly. But yeah, we might throw in like a 1,000 runaway stream. I think if we really wanted to ramp it up, we could even do like 2 Reggie streams a week. But I don't want to take away from Legends. I want a dedicated day to Legends each week. If anything, it means I just need to get the Unknown video done. And that's in the works, so. We recently just got our draft league started. Both draft leagues are running a main season and a rookie season. So both of those have officially started. Now that we've actually started the season, I'm anticipating that I'll actually have, like, time to do stuff other than set the league up. Because that's been a lot of my time lately, at least in the last couple weeks. Did I just hear the doorbell? Sorry, I'm just opening my bathroom door. So, the way my room works is I have a bathroom and shower attached with it. But the radiator in my bathroom is broken. So my bathroom is, like, super cold compared to the rest of my room right now, which is, like, really warm with the radiators. So if it's ever getting too warm in my room, I'll actually just open the bathroom door, and it kind of evens everything out. Kind of nice. It's a natural temperature changer that I can use, so it's nice. It is right next to all my stream setup stuff though, so it can get a little too cold sometimes. But that's what I need right now. Kind of get a little warm. Oh my gosh. Rusty, did you just roll an 8192? First stream in and rolls the 8192. That's insane. We have an ad starting soon, by the way. Apologies. Holy cow! This is the second time this has happened on stream. 8192. Rusty, welcome in. Wow. Second one. Let me grab a clip of this real quick. Yeah, and this is only the second time. You are the second member of the Shiny Roll Hall of Fame now. Absolutely insane. Well, let me go ahead and get that updated. We've got a new member of the Shiny Roll Hall of Fame. Okay, let me go to the About section. Edit the panels. Alright, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Alright, it's on the left side. Alright. And then let me get the full name, Rusty _ Hammerhead. Insane work. Alright, so that's been updated. You should see that in the About section now. That is wild. And then let me go ahead and do ! VIP. Did that work properly? What happened? Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh! I just saw what he was doing now. Rusty, no! Rusty, how could you? I'm making some edits. Unbelievable. I've been duped. Unbelievable. Now, how do I un-VIP? How do I un-VIP someone? Oh, it is just un-VIP. Oh, no, wait. I did the exclamation mark, so it didn't go through. We're good. We're good. I did exclamation mark instead of slash, which is what it should have been. Yeah, man, I've just been looking for that 8192 to hit so many times now. I was caught. Ugh, that's so sad. Well, we're gonna discard that clip. Alright. Yeah, it never went through, so we're good. I did exclamation instead of slash, which is the correct command. I'll allow it this once, Rusty. You better be on your best behavior now. I will say, it took me out of the lull of shiny hunting, I'll give you that. You can apologize by subscribing, how about that? Maybe give him a little bit of a follow, too.
Oh boy, smooching time!
Oh boy, smooching time! I do appreciate the follow, Rusty. That'll help you get notifications for the next time I go live, too. That's true, we don't have any mods in chat. You and Carbkaiser picked up on his stacks. I'll give you all credit for that. Oh, the mods would have you gone by now. Oh, the mods. Chopin would be ruthless about that. Sly Weasel would have you gone too. You aren't in my time zone over here, but here is my follow for a sweet apology. It's much appreciated. I appreciate you following. Yeah, I mean, our streams, we do 2 streams a week. We do what is now the REGI stream once a week. And then one of the weeks in a month will be the Roaming Suicune stream. And then the other stream in the week is either of the Legends games. So Legends Arceus or Legends ZA. They might know me from different streams. Oh, okay. Oh, what other streams are you in? Yeah, scrolling back a bit. Did I read that right? Yeah. Chosen One's in stream. Chosen One, how you doing? Mango Man, Fubuki, Lively, Squishy, Mew Muse, Sabian, and many more. I think I've been in Mango Man and Sabian streams before. Those are at least the streams that sound familiar to me. Not lately, though. I think I might have raided one of them once. But yeah, I always try to raid. Shh, I'm incognito. All good, all good. You're a mod for Mango? Gotcha. Yeah, I always try to raid other Pokemon streams if I can. So as long as I've got probably at least 4 or 5 people still in stream by the end of the night, I'll always pass a stream to somebody who's still live. Did I say follow or did I say raid? Raid. I meant raid. It's been quite some time ago since he streamed. Gotcha. He usually streams Pokemon stuff, right? The name is very familiar to me. But yeah, as far as streams go, again, I like to have one stream dedicated to Legends, one stream dedicated to Gen 3 Shiny Hunting, and then once I get a 3rd stream added back to the week, I want that to be like a miscellaneous stream where I can throw in like a peak stream or something that's not Pokemon. You can even do some rematch of Rocket League with buds as well. The Winnie the Pooh Home Run Derby speedruns would come back in that miscellaneous slot. And then, I've also been, flirting with the idea of doing a Kaizo Ironmon on stream. I would have to learn how to get that set up, though. But, yeah, there's a lot of things that I want to bring back with that 3rd stream each week that, again, I just gotta get that Unknown video done. And I know the longer I take on it, the harder it's going to be. Flirting, you say? I'm flirting with the idea with it. I would, I've seen enough of BMS Omega's streams that I'm like, this would be a really fun thing to do. I really like his formula for shorts, that he posts on social media, so I think it'd be really cool after the Unknown project is done to get into something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Well, it's past 2 a.m. here, so I need to keep my word and start sleeping now. Thanks for the warm welcome, and who knows, I might catch you someday again. Rusty Hammerhead, it's a pleasure having you in stream. I'm able to laugh at this prank now. And who knows, maybe you might come in and actually roll the 8192 one of these days. Seriously, it's super cool to have you in. Hope to see you on another stream soon. And now you've got, you follow now, so you'll get notifications for the next time I go live. Which will probably be next week sometime. I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, and or Wednesdays, so best time to check. That would have been so funny if that was a 4096 or an 8192. That would have been insane. Alright, get some sleep. Thanks for tuning in. Gotta be careful. It's what? Oh, it's only 7 this my time. Never mind. I'm always worried that when I'm up super late streaming, I'm keeping my roommates up. I also have a neighbor right next door that I share a wall with, so I don't want to be too loud. Okay, we'll hope to catch you. And indeed, yeah, man, I would love to see somebody get that shiny roll again. It's been a while since we've had it. I'm glad somebody's done it. Now I gotta keep an eye out for Nightbot now. And that is 600, 100 for the stream, 400 to go. So we got 100 in less than an hour. And we probably would have been on a faster pace had the shiny roll debacle not happened. But that's okay. We account for that. But yeah, more on the Kaizo Ironmon. The big thing would be like making sure I have a complete understanding of all the rules, because there's rules where like you can't buy. Can you buy items? You can buy repels. That's the only thing you can buy. I don't know how the Nuzlocke encounter rules work, but the Kaizo Ironmon, the basic rule of it is that you can only use one Pokemon the entire run, and then if you need like an HM slave, you can have that in your party as well. But the idea is that if you get a Pokemon like that in your party, then you can't use it for any like double battles or anything like that, because a lot of those appear. So if I were to do something like that, I'd have to do a little bit of research on like ways to make it easier to run. I'd actually have to like sit down and watch some of the streams to make sure I have an understanding of how they work. So I might actually look up some Kaizo Ironmons that are live, just to like, I don't know, help me get a better understanding of how they work. There are also some banned moves, so like Spore is a banned move, so you can't use that. Yeah, I mean, if you just check out BMS Omega's channel, he's actually live right now, if I'm not mistaken. If you check out his channel, he's got some good social media kind of describing what the challenge is, and how difficult or like easy it is. It's really just difficult. But he's a good source of knowledge on it. I think the biggest thing would just be making sure that I have everything downloaded and like working properly. Because that's just a full-on emulator, and I would have to make sure that I actually understand how all of it works. So I'd have to do some offline stuff first, so I've got like a decent understanding of how it operates. But as far as like the mechanics of the game, I'm not worried about that. Over time, I'd probably have a better understanding of how the meta of Kaizo Ironmons work. Where it's like, alright, if it has these stats, then I know that like this move will always be good. Or like, even though a Pokemon who might have like really high physical defense appears, I don't need to worry about that because that's randomized anyways. It's more so just a recognition of like what Pokemon have high BSTs and what Pokemon don't. So like if I were to see like an Uber Legendary, that Uber Legendary would obviously have a higher potential for better stats. So that's something I'd have to be like cautious of. And then there are moves like Explosion or what other ones? High crit chances. Endeavor is another one. And then just like weird priority moves. Counter and Mirror Coat are big examples too. Perish Song as well. Perish Song is a run killer. And like if that happens, that's just bad luck. Like there's nothing you can do about that. If they get a Destiny Bond off, and then like once you start a run and a Pokemon is revealed to have a move like that, you know that that Pokemon can learn that move for the rest of the run. It's not like fully randomized. Everything's just randomized within that specific run that you're doing. And the emulator is actually really cool because it like keeps track of all that information for you. I didn't hit the button. So working on what that stream overlay would look like, or what that interface would look like for me, would be interesting. Yeah. Again, that's so far out. I would probably do some offline Kaizo Ironmon training before I even thought about streaming it. I will say, the more that I've been listening to the REGI battle music, the more it's like growing on me. Like, obviously the tumble that they do at the beginning is like, it's whatever. But this like theme it's got going right now, big fan of it. I would actually use this in like a video. If I were this would find a place in the unknown video somewhere if I can fit it. It wouldn't be like a joyous moment in the hunt, it would definitely be like in the grinding portion of it. But it's a matter of like, I don't know, trying to figure out the soundtrack and like scoring the video is gonna be one of the hardest things to do. Not that I'm like originally producing any score, but it's like making sure that I actually have the right music in the right spots for the video is going to be a big deal. So I'm keeping myself open to like what style of music do I want to use throughout the telling of the of the unknown saga. That's, I think, the biggest thing I'm trying to figure out. Oh, do we have a new set out on TCG Pocket? I opened a pack today, but I didn't have access to the new set yet. I assume it just came out. Updating the game now. The update took quite a long time. I remember doing it a little earlier, but... I've just been opening an old set, Wisdom of Sea and Sky, because I'm trying to get a second Lantern EX. I want to build an electric deck based around that card, and I feel like it'd be pretty good. Did it come out? Okay, cool. Well, I will probably get that pack around like 3 in the morning then. Not anytime soon. I think I hit the button. Caffeine crushed. 3 hours to go. I've been opening the Deluxe EX pack since they were back for a few days. Yeah, I got one of the lanterns from those, and I was like, oh, I never got this card. I couldn't determine if I had better odds opening the lantern from EX Deluxe or if it was to just go back to the original set. But I've actually made a lot of progress in Wisdom of Sea and Sky just by going back to that old set. First pack, I got nothing. I was on a weird streak. So the set that was based around Celebi, and then the one that was based around Dialga and Palkia, the first packs I opened out of both of those. With the Celebi set, I got the interactive Celebi card right, like, first pack. And then the first pack that I opened for the Palkia set, I got Palkia on the first pack, the interactive one. So I was like, oh, they're just like giving away the interactive cards right off the bat, and my roommate wanted to kill me when I said that. Because it happened twice in a row, so I was like, oh, they must have like better odds on the first pack or something. I have not had that luck since, unfortunately. All my luck went into the Regis. Well, REGI specifically. But yeah, new set tomorrow will be nice. We'll be getting a new month too, so I can use all the channel or the what is it, the shop coupons. I can use all of those towards the hourglasses for the month. So that'll be good. They play tonight? What? And then they trap. Oh my god. The Wolves are getting destroyed tomorrow. There's no way. They're making them play Dallas in Dallas, and then they're flying to the Twin Cities for a game tomorrow against the Thunder. Why would that be a good idea? I don't really do the battles on there. I just open the packs. Gotcha. I used to do the battles a lot on this, and then I stopped doing them as often. Just check to see. Alright, let's see if it shows me a new pack. Yep, Fantastical Parade. Here, we'll open one on stream. I'll use 1 or 8 hourglasses for this one. Diggersby, I don't know what that is. What'd I get? A Tornadus? Okay. Oh, that Mr. Rhyme card is an actual card. I like seeing when they use art from actual sets. Yeah, we got a Tornadus. Fun. What is this thing? If a stadium is in play, this does 40 more damage. Okay. Why not? Wait, a stadium? They haven't introduced stadiums yet. This is the first set with stadiums. That's a big deal. I had to do a double take. I'm like, wait. That's not a thing yet. Alright, so we're gonna get stadiums in this set. That's fun. That means like the next 3 sets are guaranteed to have stadiums, or like good stadiums in them. This set, I don't know how good they're gonna be, but it's always like the second or third set that comes out with a broken new concept for an item or anything. See, Nightbot's actually responded to these shiny ones. I'll keep an eye out for that now. I did not realize that it was a... Well, I guess I never just, like, thought about it being a Nightbot response. I was just looking for the numbers. But that's good to know now. I saw the numbers at first and thought it was real, then I quickly realized that he did it and not Nightbot. Then he did it a second time and I was like, oh yeah, not real. Yeah, I wasn't looking when he did the second one either, and I think that was him basically saying like, it's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank. But yeah. Now I know what to look for. Again, I just look at the numbers and I'm like, oh, that's definitely it. Are you gonna pal park these and hunt for Regigigas? I mean, yeah, I'm probably gonna make a copy of these so that I can keep one set in Gen 3 and then I'll transfer the shinies up to Gen 4. That'd be a fun hunt afterwards. What I do need to do is I need to get a capture card actually set up for a DS to actually hunt on those. Because right now I've got no way to stream Gen 4 hunts, other than just putting a camcorder in front of it. Stacks, thank you for the hydrate. And for the shiny lip. I won't do the Regigigas hunt right away though. But if I were to do a Regigigas hunt, I would absolutely do it with these Regis. It'd be the good luck charm to getting a shiny Regigigas. The problem is, like, hunting in Gen 4 on Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum is so slow. Like, actually now, the more that I think of it, that hunt would suck. But no, I would use these to hunt for a Regigigas somewhere. There's a Gen 5 Regigigas, right? There's one in, like, maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe it's Heart Gold and Soul Silver that has a Regigigas in it. Or no, they wouldn't have it. There's gotta be a Gen 5 Regigigas, right? What are all the games you can get Regigigas in? Regigigas DB. Oh, Twist Mountain, Black 2, White 2. Yeah, we could absolutely get the one in Gen 5. That'd be a fun one. Um, I know Cress and Heatran are there. Yes, Cresselia you can get there for sure. I know I caught the Cresselia on my black and white file. I don't know if I got the one on black 2, white 2. Yes, you can get the shiny charm in black 2, white 2. I got a file that's about like 100 entries away from being completed. So I gotta get that done at some point. I wonder if somebody has the event Regigigas that unlocks the Regis in Platinum. I don't remember that event, but that sounds right. How do Regirocks fly away? Carefully. They grow wings. Yeah, I do like that it says that the Regi flies away. Because it was initially done with Rayquaza, which is you interact with Rayquaza, and if you run away from it, then obviously Rayquaza flies away. But then they added that same note to the end of all of the other legendaries that are in Chambers. So yes, Groudon, Kyogre, and all of the Regis fly away too. Which I think is very funny. It was a Toys R Us distribution, if I remember correctly. That sounds right. Back then, like, all the stores were doing distributions and things like that, so... Yeah, I would probably do the Regigigas hunt on Gen 5 then. Not in, like, an effort to, like, start streaming on Gen 5, but I think just to complete the Regi hunt would make sense. It wouldn't be any time soon after this hunt's over, though. But I'm hoping at some point in the future my streams actually, or I have the tools and capture cards to actually, you know, stream generations past 3. So because right now the only way I'm streaming Gen 3 is because of the GameCube and just the capabilities that it allowed. Once they got to Gen 4 with the DS, they were like, nah, we don't want you streaming any of this. The DS was very close concept. And, like, the Game Boy and the GameCube were kind of the same way, but, like, they built so many extensions and ways to, like, actually make use of it. I guess the connectability between those is what made it possible. But, like, the DS was not connected to the Wii in the slightest. Just to, like, give a comparison. So the thought of taking something that was supposed to be a handheld device and putting it on something like a stream was not ever considered when they did the DS. Which is crazy to think that, like, they had all these capabilities with the GameCube and the Game Boy, but they, like, completely did away with it with the DS. They had the infrared connection. That's what it was. It was, you still were able to connect your DS to the Wii, but it was only via, like, wireless connection. And just, like, having it locally nearby. That was kind of the extent of it. Stacks, we got your second set of beeps. That was 4,242 seconds on those beeps. Stacks gonna do some more beeps, huh? Let's go ahead and get those loaded up. Alright, Stacks, your third set of beeps are on the way. I think the main reason to actually get Gen 5 and Gen 6 and Gen 4 stream ready is if I ever wanted to do the every generation bear tick hunt. Which would have to start in probably black and white. And then I would get some expanded places to search for it in Gen 5, black 2, white 2. And then you can get it in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And then, I don't think it appears in Gen 7. It might be in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, if I had to guess, if they did, like, the expanded Pokedex. And then it's definitely in Gen 8. I actually have a shiny Beartic from Gen 8. But that was one that I caught as a Cubchoo. So this one would be... I would have to hunt specifically for Beartic if it appears as a Beartic in the wild. And then if I can only get Cubchoo, then I get Cubchoo and evolve it, basically. But like Black 2, White 2 I know has Beartic spawns, so we would obviously hunt for Beartic in that one. And then Gen 9 they added Beartic to the second DLC. So that one is in the dome. The Indigo Disc DLC, the Blueberry Dome. That would actually be a fun revisit to Scarlet and Violet. Just do a Beartic hunt. It's actually really hard to tell which Beartics are shiny. I cannot see Beartic shiny that well. I don't think it's that great of a shiny, but I'll hunt for it. I mean, hey, we got shiny unknowns for all 28 forms. We can hunt for every Beartic. But yeah, that's just another hunt idea that's on the docket of just like, I really can't run out of hunts. There are always more shiny hunts to do. I kind of came to that realization once we finished the unknown hunt. It's like, alright, well, I've still got the Suicune hunt that I'm doing, and then I had the Regis kind of stumble upon me as something that I can do in the meantime. So... And then there's just so much hunting that can be done in Legends Arceus and Legends ZA. Like, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, they're pretty similar colors, which is like not the greatest, especially with how muted the colors get in the later generations. But so I'm not crazy about them, but. Yeah, it's like a slightly darker. I thought it was like pink or purple or something. It's not anything. I'd have to have somebody with normal eyes tell me what color it turns into. But yeah, it's just a slightly darker color. It's nothing crazy. They had this opportunity to do something with, like, Cubchoo's snot, ice snot thing. And they didn't do anything with it, which I was a little bummed by. We could have gotten, like, a green Cubchoo snot, and then we could have gotten, like, a green Beartic beard in turn, and then we just didn't get any of that. That was back when they were still just kind of auto-generating shinies, so, I mean... They were making adjustments to a few of them, but, like, for the most part, they did not really care about Beartic shiny. Probably take a short break in about a half hour. We're 90 minutes into stream right now. So another half hour and we'll call that the halfway point. That'll be like a 10-minute break. I have to determine if I need more caffeine for stream or if I'm good. I think the problem is if I were to drink any more caffeine tonight, I don't know how well I'd sleep after that. Audio's been doing a good job of staying in sync, I will give it that. I can only tell based off of the sound bar that I'm seeing on OBS. It looks like it's been going well. 200 Reggie Rocks today. The biggest thing that I've been trying to build a muscle memory for with this hunt is, like, as soon as I run away, I need to immediately hit the button afterwards, and I feel like I've been missing it, or I've been, like, doing it twice, so it's tough to tell, but... I built a very nice system for the unknowns, where it was like, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, hit, and then get my hand out of the way, get the shot of all the unknowns, not shiny, go to the next one. So I had a really good system where I like had the button hit on the counter built into it, and that I built over just the sheer amount of hours that I put into the hunt. But like, it's hard to rebuild that after a while. We also have an ad starting soon, just a heads up. Wild Machoke. Seems like a good candidate for a great ball. If I can get to 750 before the 2-hour mark, I'll be happy. That would be on pace to finish 500 before the 4-hour mark, which that would be the goal. Stacks, thank you for the hydrate. A little more shiny luck doesn't help, doesn't hurt either. I think this would be faster on multiple consoles. Unfortunately, I only have one Emerald, so multiple consoles would not be possible on Pokémon. But you are right, I would definitely prefer to do this on multiple consoles if I could. Here's the thing, Juan Panamon. Nobody's paying me to do this anymore. I'm doing this for the love of the game now, man. It's gonna be one REGI stream a week for, what, 10 months to hit 20k on Regirock? probably be getting done around, what would that be? Like 10:20. It's probably when we'll be ending stream, 10:20. Again, the 20-minute delay at the start because of the slowdowns were tough, but we pursue on. Everybody's streaming tonight. Wednesday's a busy night for streams. Stacks, you're doing two beeps? We can get you a second set of beeps. There you go. Stacks, your fourth set of beeps are on the way. Stacks is responsible for both beeps in rotation right now. I mean, if no one else is getting one in, true. Yeah, Chopin's got his busy week this week. I think we were lucky to even see him for a little bit last night. I mean, that's what my summer's gonna look like. My summer's gonna be busy the whole way through. So yeah, it's gonna dominate a lot of my schedule. I'll be lucky to get the 2 streams in per week once we get to that point. That's gonna start in like April. Oh yeah, April specifically is gonna be very busy, and then from then on in May, we're gonna keep that pace for a little bit. But it's nice to have these lulls in the winter where there's not a whole lot going on. I can actually put a little bit more into the stream. I do need to get as much work as I can done on the unknown video before I get busy again. That's another factor. Past the halfway point on encounters, or sorry, runaways. So we're making good pace there. We're ahead of schedule. I think not having the 5-minute countdown at the beginning also helps the time a little bit too. But we've been steadily keeping our follower count above the stream number. So we're on stream 238. And there was a... What day was it? I think it was like stream 232 or something. Where I had the exact same amount of streams as I did followers. And the follower count actually has been going up. Which I think is super neat. We've been gaining at least like 1 follower per stream. I think the raids have kind of helped with that too. Yeah, I did not. That's been a nice little thing to keep track of. It's like, I can't quite catch up to my followers. I caught it once. So yeah. I wish I had like a graph or something to like, or a bar graph to say like, hey, let's keep our followers ahead of our stream number. I don't know. It'd be like a fun little thing to try. Again, any promotion that is like, I am doing this for the sake of promoting the stream has never felt like super genuine. Whereas like the 24-hour stream was just kind of a celebration of everybody who had been watching the streams for as long as they have. So that was more so just like, that was just for the viewers. I feel like if I tried to do anything similar to that now, it would be in an effort to just like boost the viewer rating, and I don't really care to do that with this stream. We've recently seen what a busy stream would look like, where you've got a ton of random people that come through. which was the marble stream we did recently. So it was a very active chat. It was honestly like really hard to keep up with, but streams get to that point. I think the big thing is just to continue cultivating like the type of audience base that I want in my chat. Because I think if I just had like a bunch of randoms come through and like up the follower or viewer count every week, but they didn't kind of gel with the chat that we've been building here. I don't know if that's something that I'd want. So, in the meantime, I like what we've got going on here. We've actually got the subscriber count up higher than it usually is. We're at 15 active subscribers at the moment. And we're usually at around like 11. So I think the consistent streaming has definitely helped with that too. Yeah, I feel like that's a good number to be at the moment. And I think if I keep the work up and I keep the YouTube short uploads going, just with like one clip per stream, which we haven't really been doing lately, but to keep things active, I think we could definitely hit a 20 subscriber count as an average soon. So I'd really like to get to that point. Yeah, keeping active subscribers is like... Even having 15, I think, is fantastic. Being at 15, like, active subscribers, that's not an easy number to get. So I'm happy with the people that have stuck around for as long as we have been doing these. I think when I first started, I would have said 15 is low, but 15 is actually a really good number. Our max we hit was like 40, but that was because of the 100, the 24-hour stream. Yeah, that stream was insane, the turnout we had. Again, I don't know if I would do that style of stream again, but everything with that stream went well. Other than me losing my voice, that part kind of sucked, but the rest of it was great. I smelled terrible after that. I truly was like my chair that I was sitting in for the entire stream smelled terrible. I was sweaty. I had done 370 push-ups in that stream. It was 370 push-ups and I did like 240 squats. And we did sit-ups too. We had sit-ups built into that one as well. Yeah, that was insane. I was on something else for that stream. And yes, I smelled terrible after that. Like, we were at hour 23, and I could, like, smell myself, how bad it was. I was definitely, like, tired of being around people, so I just stopped letting people come into my room at that point. But, I also did not want them to, like, be around how bad I smelled at that point. This hunt's starting to become a little automatic now. The muscle movements, the muscle memories are starting to develop pretty nicely with this. Maybe it's easier with this controller. Maybe I don't need to use the Game Boy Advance. Alright. Break is coming up here. We're gonna load one more up and then we'll step away for a quick second. We are 26 Regis ahead of schedule. Alright, Chet. I'm gonna step away for about 10 minutes. Bathroom, refreshments, etc. I will leave y'all with a little bit of JoJo-Fi. And then I'll be back shortly. Alright, chat, we're back. Okay. Sorry for the delay. Let's get going. Alright, non-stop now. Let's grinding out the rest of these. I'm debating whether or not to drink another energy drink. Because if I do, I basically need to be productive for the rest of the night after stream. Because at that point then, it would only affect my sleep. Oh, we had beeps, didn't we? Let me double check this. Yeah, Stacks, this is actually your 4th set of beeps. 1,424 seconds. We're still waiting on your 3rd set of beeps. I see where we're at now. Yeah, the 4th set was much shorter. Still waiting on the 3rd, though. Yeah, I'm trying to think, 'cause, like, is there something that I want to get done work-wise tonight that would justify me popping another Celsius? I don't think there is. I have it ready just in case, but it might be best for me to not have it. No, because I think I'm gonna hop on a call afterwards, and I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm gonna stay up too late tonight. Wild lechon. Making great pace right now. Just kind of been focused in. Not really too much talking right now. Just chugging along though. I gotta get the great REGI Hunt logo put on the bottom below the screen. So all I've got is just live REGI. It doesn't really get the point across of what this hunt is. I gotta fix that at some point. Maybe I'll fix that tonight, who knows. That would be the excuse to start drinking the Celsius if I was planning on doing like a big stream overlay day, or I guess night. That'd be the excuse. I also need to get the VOD uploaded from yesterday's stream, because the YouTube go live was like 2 hours late, or an hour late, so I have to go in and fix that. Is today a work day? Or I guess is tonight a work night for me? Just to determine. I mean, let's be real. I don't know what other night I'm gonna be productive, so. Not this week, at least. I think yesterday was like my last not busy day. But even then, like, I had streams, so I wasn't, like... Monday was my last non-busy day. But even then, like, I still had something going on. I worked that night. Wow, maybe I have just been busy this entire week. This was, like, the first morning that I didn't have to, like, get up and do something immediately. So I kind of lulled around today. Yeah, I think tonight's gonna be a get everything done stream-wise, or get caught up on stream stuff. Carpcaster, welcome in. Welcome back, at least. That's where you say, I've been here the whole time. Carpcaster, did anybody reach out to you about the spreadsheets? Some people were asking about the weakness page. I don't know if you had a chance to take a look at that. Again, no rush. I mean, I think the only thing we would need, like, right away, or at least by the end of the week, would be, like, a working standings page. But yeah, I've just already had a couple people reach out about it, so I wasn't sure. Yeah, I have to see how busy I'm going to be next month. Not next month, next week. Well, I guess that is next month, actually. Because this week ended up being surprisingly busy. I was not expecting that. That kind of snuck up on me. I thought I had all day off tomorrow, but I work in the evening, so... Yeah, I'll get a workout in tomorrow morning. Well, probably not morning. It's probably going to be like noon. And then work at like maybe 6:15. I think it's like a 6:15 call. Ooh, a wild golem. That's a big one. We'll get that in a Geo Ball. I think I've slid that Geo Balls. Yeah, I do. I don't think that's quite an A tier, but it's definitely good. It just has 2 quad weaknesses. I think the Golem line could have easily been a mono rock typing. And then they gave it rock ground because they just gave rock ground to anything. There was no mono ground type in Gen 1. Every rock type was a dual typing. Ha! First half of your numbers, nice stacks. Schedule. Yeah, because I'm busy tonight. I stream Tuesday, Wednesday. I work tomorrow, and then I'm planning on being out Saturday. Which then leaves the Sunday. And the Sunday... Okay, the Sunday's completely free. But I will be working out Sunday, so that's gonna be another thing. Next week, I am completely free. There might be some flexibility with days of streaming. Or I might have picked up a shift. I don't know. I'll have to check. But that's the nice thing. I should be fairly ahead of my schedule to the point where, like, I can probably get a stream schedule locked over the weekend, which would be nice. But so I started doing a workout every other day schedule, which is basically 4 days one week, 3 days the next week. Just the way that the schedule would alternate with the 7-day week. And then every other workout, I'm rotating between a workout A and a workout B, and it's when you put all of the workouts together, it totals up to a total body workout. And then once I'm done with the full body workout, then I just followed it up with a 30-minute treadmill at 12% incline at 3 miles an hour. Some people refer to it as the 12-3-30. And I think I can keep that workout schedule going for the year. And I think that's what I'm going to try to do. I have missed one day so far, and I think that's just me getting used to the schedule of it. I think if I stick to it, though, I I think I can get through. I think I can keep that schedule for the rest of the year. And I know it's going to be a lot tougher with my summer work schedule, so I might make adjustments to it then. But I've got no reason to not stick to that right now, so I'm just going to keep doing it. I haven't been doing any like weighing myself or anything like that, but I like to think that I'll just feel better. Plus, I changed my gym membership. The previous gym I used to go to, which I did not use at all for like, I haven't used it at all for the last 4 months, basically. Because the location is not open 24 hours during the week, which is like super nice for my schedule. But it's also just not open on Sundays. So the one day of the week that I was like, whenever I felt like up to going out and working out, the gym wouldn't be open. So it was a Planet Fitness. So I then had to like go in my locations to like find a new one, but the transfer process is like way more complicated than it needs to be. Because initially I thought you had to go into the location that you worked out at to then switch your location. But they're like, no, you gotta go to the new gym that you want to transfer to, and then you gotta sign up that way. So it was like a whole process to get that done. But now I have, I just had to go into the new location. And that location actually has like showers that I can use too. So it's like it's a really nice setup. It's also like just way bigger too. So there's way more space to do workouts and stuff. I wish there was a little bit more space just to do like basic stretches before my workouts, but I mean, that's fine. You can stretch anywhere. I just wish they had like a designated stretching space, and they don't really have that. But aside from that, the location's great. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they are open 24 hours. So it's really easy to just go in, especially like after a stream. I worked out yesterday, so I'm not working out today. But if my workout was scheduled for tonight, I would literally just end stream and then go straight in and work out afterwards. And like the schedule allows that, so. Yeah, I think giving myself more opportunities to actually like go in and work out has been doing wonders for me. And it's probably the first time that I've actually enjoyed like getting ready for a workout. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that schedule going for as long as I possibly can. Because I know as soon as I, like, if I ever got another 9-to-5 job during the week, that schedule would be gone. I would end up finding I would try to find a job that actually has, like, a gym membership built into it. That'd be nice. But I had a job like that once. It was actually really nice. That's one aspect that I miss about working corporate. Hands are getting sweaty. Alright, chat, we got 150 more to go. We're making great time. These Regi Rocks are just cruising by. I do need to get back to grinding up Dynite ore for the Zygarde Dynamax adventures. It's just a super tedious process, and I have to find just a den that I can one-shot super easily. That way I can just kind of cruise through them. I've been getting picky though. I want to get like the super rare dens so that I can get like better drop items and stuff, but I don't really need to do that. I need to just like go in and get my Dynite ore, and that's it. If I did something like 10 Dynite ore a day, that would be like a good way to like build up Dynite ore over time, because 10 Dynite ore is one Zygarde encounter. So I'd need to spend like time offline just doing that. Because I want to bring back the Dynamax Adventure hunt at some point. And when I do, I want to actually like market it really well to make sure that that YouTube crowd is able to make it back. Speaking of YouTube, I want to check to see if anybody is joining the live chat. Doesn't look like we have anybody, but it's always good to check. I thought it's so weird how out of nowhere, like we had no YouTube viewers, and then I did the Zygarde Dynamax adventure, and then we built up this like awesome group of YouTube watchers, which I'd never had before. So like Unknown or Undecided is from that group. Boy from Belgium came from that group as well. I always got there are a lot of like multi-usernames, because a lot of them came over to the Twitch side and had different names, but it was a nice little following we had there. I gotta get back on that soon so I don't like completely lose out on those folks. I want to get them. I want to get some more people their shiny Zygarde. Because we got Lonk his shiny Zygarde, which I was happy that we were able to get one person. Maybe I can spend a little time grinding that tonight. Who knows? Because that's the thing, I've got so much time during the day that I usually just end up using to sleep, just given the schedule that I adhere myself to. But I think if I, like, actually went to bed at a decent time during the week, I could just use those mornings to be productive and, like, take care of stuff like 10 Dynite ore acquirements. Things like that. I think if I took the time to actually list out all the, like, hunts that I want to do, especially with those miscellaneous days. That'd probably be beneficial to have. Where it's like, alright, as soon as we get the miscellaneous 3rd stream a week back, is what we'll do with it. Ideally, if I ever got to a consistent level of, like, stream schedule, ideally I'd love to have it where I know exactly what I'm doing, what day I'm streaming each week, I'd like to have my whole month mapped out as far as what streams I'm doing, where I know what day, and I wouldn't, like, lock into a time, but I'd at least know what day I'm streaming and what I am streaming on that day. I think if I ever got to that level of consistency, I would be content with the channel. But for now, I only know via the week, and sometimes I don't even know until, like, end of day Monday, which was what happened this week. Yeah, my work on the weekends has been slow lately, so I'm thinking of trying to pick up something extra during the week, especially during the winter. Because my schedule doesn't really... I'm not getting as many hours until the summer. Summer's loaded with work. Whereas, like, I just gotta find something to fill the time during the winter. I still haven't measured out how many REGI runaways I can do in an hour. Might have to log a power hour soon. Not tonight, but on a future REGI stream. Because with the unknowns, we found a pretty good timing as to how many I could get done in an hour. And it was literally, when we were doing 6 systems, it was about 1,100. 1,100 was about a consistent number. It's obviously lower with, you know, one system and all, but the runaways are a little faster. It's a nice... I'll tell you what, it's way faster than any Gen 4 Wild Encounters. Those things were diabolically slow. That's why if we did a all Gen 4 Unknown Hunt, I'm positive we would be cruising through that. We would be nearly faster than the 6 system hunt that we did across Gen 3 and Gen 4. An all Gen 3 hunt of Unknown on 4 systems would be so fast. I think I'm literally 2 Wavebird receivers short of that, and then 1 GameCube and 2 Game Boy Player docks. That, and I would need 1 splitter cable, 1 HDMI splitter cable to get all 4 of them on the same screen. So like, that by itself is like $90. I can maybe get that one cheaper too. And then another GameCube would probably be about... I think I could get one for like $75. Dennis still hanging out. Love to see it. Another GameCube, the fourth GameCube would be about 75 bucks. Each of the GameCube docks would be another like 60 bucks. So that's 120 plus 75, so 195. And then plus the splitter cable would be, if I got that for 90, that would be 285. And then each of the Wavebird receivers would be another like 70 bucks, so 285 plus 140. I think I did, yeah. 285 plus 140, that'd be 325 bucks. No, it's more, 425 bucks. So I'm like 400 bucks away from reaching the full capability of a 4-system Gen 3 hunt. Gen 3 full odds. Which I'm way closer than I thought I would ever be, because that setup by itself can cost anywhere between like $1,000 total. I can get the TV. I know I have access to a TV that can run that. My folks have like 2 extra old TVs that they don't use anymore, that I just have to like go grab and bring home. I think that's everything I need, though. I think if I found a good deal on the Game Boy Player docks, I could get them for cheaper. Because I just have to go out of my way to not spend as much money on it. And I've got plenty of time. I'm not in a rush to get this set up anytime soon. However, it would be nice to have that 4-system set up for Safari Week, though. Having that ready for Safari Week would be insane. I think at minimum we could get 3 GameCubes set up for Safari Week this year. Because what we would do is we would have 2 of the GameCubes set up on Fire Red and Leaf Green. And they would just go back and forth in the grass, right? The 3rd GameCube would be on Emerald. And Emerald's Safari Zone is different, where instead of having to run back and forth, you just hold down the jumping button on your while you're riding the acro bike. And those count as, like, triggering wild encounter spawns. So I would just have that running separately from the other 2 GameCubes that are going back and forth in the grass. We could very easily do that if we wanted to for Safari Week this year. However, I am still drawn to the idea of just doing the double fishing hunt for Dragonair again. I would want to probably maximize my time on that, and it wouldn't require me to have Wavebirds ready to go by then either. That's another thing I can do tonight, is I can actually troubleshoot the Wavebird receivers, because I have 2 Wavebird receivers. The problem is one of them isn't responding to this controller, so I have to figure out why that connection's not working. Because ideally, the Wavebird should work in a way where both of them respond at the same time to one controller, so that you're controlling all 4 games at once with one controller. So I don't know why. I haven't really explored why it hasn't worked, but I need to actually troubleshoot that. And I think tonight might be the opportunity to do it. Because again, once you get, like, caffeine at this point of the night, you can get so much done. Yeah, we're 3 hours in. We're coming up on 900 Regirocks. We'll close out once we hit 1,000. And that'll be 2 streams of Regirock. We might actually finish before the 4-hour mark tonight. Well, so the question then would be, because we're at 900 Regirocks now, we're gonna get to 1,000 Regirocks before the 4-hour mark, and I usually end at the 4-hour mark. So the question would be, is do we want to go to 1,000 Regirocks, or do we want to go... We want to do as many Regirocks until we hit the 4-hour mark. Because that would involve us going past 1,000, which is another thing to consider. Sax coming in with the shiny luck. And another hydrate. Running a little low on water, but we won't be going for too much longer then. I would say if I had to estimate when stream would end, or when we hit 1,000 Regis, my bet would be the 3-hour, 40-minute mark. Or, no, 3 hours, 42. That's my bet. Also, we have an ad starting soon. Yeah, like, I think we're on a pretty good pace right now. I'm usually, like, super distracted when we first start streaming, and then I find a second win at some point near the end of stream where I'm just locked in. That wasn't the case yesterday. I actually was getting really distracted at the end of stream yesterday, but I don't know. I think that speaks more to what I've thought about Legends ZA so far. Because I feel like the parts I've enjoyed so far is when we actually get to the story. The grinding itself has not been fun. It's been the story and just the opportunities to shiny hunt in the middle as well. Like, that's probably the thing that I've enjoyed. Those are the things I've enjoyed most about it. Aside from that, I didn't enjoy the grinding for it. But I don't know. We'll see once we get into the legendary stuff. Maybe I'll have a change of opinion on it. But I wanna shiny hunt all the legendaries that we can in it. I know Rayquaza's gonna be the big baddie for this one, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get that one as a shiny. It's like a lot of the smaller, like, non-box legendary Pokemon. Like, I think you can shiny hunt Latios and Latios in it, too, so... The Terrakion, Cobalion, Virizion, you can shiny hunt those, apparently. I've actually I still have the opportunity to shiny hunt those Pokemon in Pokemon Shield. All of those spawns are just still available in my game right now. I've been holding off on those. I think at some point I'll actually hunt them. I think what would happen is, once I get into Pokemon Ribbon Master stuff, that's gonna be like the main thing I do on the Gen 3 day of the week for streaming. So Ribbon Masters are gonna be pretty much all in Gen 3. And then, while I'm doing that, I'm thinking I could shiny hunt in Pokemon Shield. And like do Zygarde Dynamax adventures too. During that miscellaneous day. That way I've still got one shiny hunt a week. Yeah, because I'm thinking of all the static encounters in that game. And it's Terrakion, Virizion, Cobalion. And then there's also a static encounter Spiritomb that you can shiny hunt in the game. So I'd want to hunt that as well. There's one other one that I can't think of, but there's another one in the game. So I'd have to locate that. cars are rolling a 1955. We got an ad starting soon. This should be the last ad for stream. And if it's not, I will make sure it is. Alright, should be done with the last ad of stream. We will be finishing well before the 4-hour mark, so I'm not worried. Coming up on stream 250. There's nothing special planned for that, but we can maybe put something together for it. I don't know. I always thought of doing like do like multiple games in one stream, make it like a 6-hour one or something. Get some more bang for your buck out of one night of stream. I'm trying to think when that would be. Because if I'm streaming 2 times a week, it would be sometime in March probably. Yeah, stream 250 will be in March. There they are. Stacks, your third set of beeps, which are your fourth to go off on the stream, have arrived. It was a matter of time. That was 7,040 seconds on those. Stacks, enjoy. You've gotten 4 sets of beeps in stream tonight. Fleischman said that gave me a heart attack. Fleischman, welcome in. Sorry to have scared you. That's what happens with the random beeps. They are truly random. They're random and they're very loud on purpose. I'm sure I've scared away a ton of people by having those available on stream, but the regulars love them so much. We are on our final 50 Reggie Rocks for the night. I will say, those beeps have woken me up before. I've been, like, dozing off during a shiny hunt. Not really doing much with stream. Those go off. Those will wake you back up. There was actually a funny moment. We were doing Zygarde Dynamax adventures, like, super late at night. And we had a viewer on the YouTube side who was joining in on them. And, like, we were readying up and, like, selecting Pokemon for it. And he wasn't readying up. Like, he was letting the full timer go before he'd make selections. And me and the rest of the group came to the conclusion that he either, like, fell asleep or, like, stepped away or something like that. And we were kind of like, I think he might be asleep. So then we were like, why don't we just, like, run the beeps and maybe see if that wakes him up? We ran the beeps to go off, like, immediately. And I shit you not, they actually woke him up. Because he still had his headphones on. So the beeps, which are on, like, a completely insane decibel, ended up waking him back up. Let me get on this Mian Shao if I'm not too late. So yeah, the beeps have their purpose, in a way. Sometimes they don't serve a purpose. Missed the button, okay. Alright, we got the Mian Shao. Cool. Been a machine on the Regirocks tonight. Our last stream we did for Regirock, we did 500 Regirocks in like 4.5 hours. I think it ended up being like 4 hours, 20 minutes. Roughly along that time period. We have been super efficient. We are going to be at 500 Regirocks below the 4-hour mark. And that was with a 15-minute break and the Shiny Roll Hall of Fame ordeal thing. Just a reminder, get your Shiny Rolls in. Be the last ones of the stream. Fleischman getting in on it, 57.31. You get a free one every half hour.
Oh boy, smooching time!
Oh boy, smooching time! Thank you for the follow, Fleischman. Glad to have you in stream. Are you a Shiny Hunter as well? On and off, but yeah, sounds good. I am the same type. I am very on and off with a lot of the hunts that I've finished, or I've started and not finished, so. I'm glad to say I finally finished, like, my actual, like, first major shiny hunting project, which took 4 years, don't get me wrong, and it was a lot of on and off. I think that I took off pretty much all of 2022. But getting the Unknown Hunt done in September was huge. But yeah, that seemed like a hunt that was never going to end. And it's still unbelievable that I'm done with it. I feel like I leave a lot of my projects open and don't really find an end to a lot of them. I'm glad I was able to find a conclusion to the Unknown Hunt. Don't get me wrong, I still have to make the video. And that's a whole other monster to deal with, but I'm just glad that hunt is done. And there's still room for it to, you know, grow. Yeah, a lot of open projects on the channel, which is a good. It's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. Means I'm never gonna run out of stuff to do on stream. 20 more Regirocks. Before we sign off. I have a few hunts I need to finish that I started, but at the same time, if I don't want to do it, I won't make myself. So that's actually so true. Burnout with shiny hunting is so real. Granted, I had like deadlines that I needed to meet for the Unknown Hunt, so like I didn't really have a choice, which is probably for the best, honestly. Otherwise, I'd probably still be doing the challenges. But yeah, that's especially with these Regis. Like, I'm in no rush to get these done, and I don't want to burn myself out hunting these Regis at all. That's what it should be. Shiny hunting should just be casual by nature. And don't get me wrong, the community has made a living. There are people in the community that have made a living off of doing it for a living. But for me, it's just a hobby with a little bit of side income every 2 months. If I got to the point where I was receiving Twitch money every month, I would be content with that. If I meet the whatever threshold it is once a month, that'd be like a nice steady thing to have on the side. There. Creeping closer. We're gonna get in before that 3-hour 42-minute mark that I set. I also gotta find somebody to raid tonight as well. I gotta see who's online. We're definitely gonna be raiding somebody else who's hunting at full odds tonight, so be sure to stick around for that. That way you can at least join in on the raid. Helps make that raid experience more enjoyable. But yeah, I don't expect you all to stick around too long afterwards either. So it is getting late. It puts us at 242 followers, which means we're 4 followers ahead of our stream number. The follower rate has been going up a lot lately. I've been very happy with that. I feel like every stream we've been walking away with at least 1 new follower, which I'm very happy about. Don't get me wrong, we get a few of them just from doing raids at the end of stream, but I don't know, it's cool to see that number go up every stream. 10 more Regis. I remember when it was so difficult. It was like I was grasping to get at 50 followers so that I could meet the threshold to get affiliate. I remember thinking 50 was like impossible. And now we've nearly quintupled that number. Again, I try to not put too much emphasis on the stream stats, but can't help it sometimes, right? I know there are some streamers who don't even they hide the viewer amount. I can't help but look at it, it's something that I'm always aware of. A wild Morgrim. We had a Morgrim at the beginning of the stream. Have you done the Regi Seal yet or not? 436 for Regi Ice is wicked work. We started the Regi Ice, and finished it in the same stream. It's actually surreal. No, Regi Rock is our second target. We're gonna be doing Regi Seal after this. But yeah, it was insane how quickly we got it. That's why I'm thinking it's gonna take like 20k to get Regi Rock. Speaking of, this is our last Regi Rock for stream. Here it is, number 1000. And we're gonna have to do another Regi Rock next week. But yeah, that's gonna put us at our number, chat. We finished right at the 3 hour and 40 minute mark. That was my first guess, but I saw it on 3 hours 42. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up here. Folks, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. This has been a blast. I know we had a little bit of a shaky start with all the technical issues, but we're in a better spot now. I want to see who's online that we can pass a raid to. I need to find somebody who's doing something similar to my stream. Might need to do a search on Fire Red Leaf Green. If I search Emerald, what comes up? Okay, if I search by Emerald, what comes up? This guy's doing a run bun. This guy's doing a... Oh, it's a bot that's hunting? I see. A lot of Kaizo Ironmons. I just want a shiny hunter! Unfortunately, I'm pulling up a lot of people that are doing Legend ZA, and I don't wanna pass to somebody who's doing Legend ZA tonight. Oh, this guy's doing Moltres Dynamax Adventures? Oh, we're going to this guy. This is great. This is Dragon Tamer Tom. Dragon Tamer Tom is who we're going to raid. Alright, let me go ahead and get that set up. Folks, thank you everybody for hanging out today. We will be back next week. My schedule is way more free next week, so expect 2 streams throughout Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday next week. So that is what we've got coming up. I'm going to go ahead and get the raid started here, but again, I appreciate everybody hanging out today. Like I said, we'll be back next week with some more Regi Rock, some more Legends EA. Hopefully we're going to be doing some Legends hunting in those games as well. But yeah, until next time, go ahead and help us raid Dragon Tamer Tom, who's playing a whole bunch of games. Alright, catch y'all on the next one, folks. Peace.